Eric Ten Hag is still in charge. I'm really surprised by that. I really thought that he'll get sacked this morning after that embarrassing, shameful, painful performance by the team. Like, you have to blame the manager. It's all on the manager. He picks the players. He picks the system. He gets down with the game plan. And so the manager has to be blamed for it. But it looks like Manchester United, the hierarchy, you know what I mean, Sir Jim Radcliffe, Ineos, they're going to keep faith in Ten Hag, and I really don't understand it. I really don't get it. Why are you just kicking the can down the road? This problem is not going to be solved. It's going to be the same situation again come Sunday when they go to Villa Park and get smashed. Then what? Do you know what I mean? Then what? Just get rid of Eric Ten Hag right now. Put the guy off out of his misery. Give him his P45 and let him walk. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the return of the Messiah? Like, what is going on? What is going on? What the hell is going on in Manchester United? The club is just in disarray. It's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Such a massive club like Manchester United, one of the biggest brands in the world, yeah. They can't even make up their decisions on a manager who's absolutely stinking the place out. Enough is enough. Eric Ten Hag has had enough time to turn things around, but things are just not changing. Do you know what I mean? Things are not improving. Over £600 million spent in the transfer window, yeah? And the team has actually regressed. The team is worse than it was 2 seasons ago. The team's absolutely rubbish at the moment. And it's all down to the manager because there is no excuses. There's no more injuries like he had last season. Ineos backed him. They've bought the players that he wanted. He's got Zerski. He's got Ugarte. He's got Dele. He's got Mazrari. He's got all these players, yeah, and he's still stinking the place out. And it was sad yesterday. It was actually sad seeing Eric Ten Hag on the touchline, yeah, standing there with his hands crossed and just shaking his head. Do you know what I mean? Shaking his head. That tells me that's a manager, yeah, that has no clue what's going on, yeah, and he has no way of resolving the problems that are going on in the club at the moment. He can't get a tune out of the players. The players are not responding to his tactics. They don't believe in his game plan. They don't believe in his philosophy. Yeah, they've lost faith in him, and the players have down tools. These players are not on it. I was watching players that are passing the ball out play from 5 yards. I could not believe what I was seeing in that game against Tottenham. Listen, big up to Tottenham. They had a great game plan. You know what I mean? Tottenham always play good football under Ange. Do you know what I mean? You have to give it to them. I don't know why Ange Postecoglou has come under pressure in the last few weeks. I think it's a bit unfair because at least with Tottenham, they have a game plan. They have a way of playing. They have a style. They came to Old Trafford and took the piss and did exactly whatever they wanted to do at any given moment. Tottenham just played Man United off the park. I don't want to hear the excuses for the red card on Bruno Fernandes because even before the red card to Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United were playing absolutely crap. Tottenham could have scored 4 goals before the red card. So the red card did not have no effect or impact on the game whatsoever. Let's not get that misconstrued. I don't want some fans using the red card to Bruno Fernandes as an excuse for that battering, for that embarrassing, shameful display by that team yesterday. It's not an excuse, the red card. It's never in a million years an excuse. Yes, was the red card harsh? Of course it was harsh. The referee had a stinker, made a terrible decision. Terrible decision. I don't understand why VAR did not intervene. But then even VAR and these officials are jokers anyway. 1 week they give a decision, the next week they change their mind. Like, we don't even know what's happening with some of these decisions. There's no consistency in the refereeing in the Premier League. It's a joke, and it's meant to be the biggest league in the world. But these referees can't even officiate a game, man. They can't even get their decisions right. Even with the help of VAR, they're still getting it wrong. Anyways, that's not an excuse. Bruno Fernandes, before the red card, he was playing rubbish. His passes were rubbish. He was putting passes out of play, short passes, like just misplacing passes. Listen, the whole thing was a mess, man. The whole thing was a mess. These players, I believe, have down tools in it. They do not believe in this manager If they don't believe in him, I don't get it. Why are they not implementing the tactics that the managers put in place? I don't get it. And what is the tactics of Eric Ten Hag? This is not the Eric Ten Hag that was at Ajax, man. I don't know if this guy's a clone or whatever, but whatever it is, he needs to get out. Ineos need to make their mind up quickly and get him out, because this is getting painful. It's getting painful for the fans. It's not fair on the fans. Manchester United are known for being a successful club, playing progressive football, attacking football. Do you know what I mean? This is painful to watch. Old Trafford was a fortress. Old Trafford used to be a fortress. Teams used to come to Old Trafford, yeah, and have fear in their eyes. Do you know what I mean? They were beaten before the game even started. Before the first ball was kicked, teams were already defeated by Manchester United. Now Old Trafford is the theatre of nightmares for the Manchester United team. Is the theatre of dreams for the opposition, theatre of nightmares for Manchester United. Teams roll up, they just play Manchester United off the park. And it's not even just Tottenham or Manchester City or Liverpool. Like these teams right about now, yeah, this moment in time, Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, these are all better teams than Manchester United. They all play better brand of football. They've got better cohesion in their squads. They've got better managers. They are better than Manchester United in this current moment. So when a Newcastle rolls up, Tottenham rolls up, Man City rolls up, and they absolutely outclass this team and batter them, I could look at it and say, you know what, it's Man City, it's Arsenal. But that's not the problem. The biggest problem is even Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Luton, like, do you know what I mean? Brentford, these teams that outplay Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? They roll up to Old Trafford, they outplay Manchester United. Brighton roll up to Old Trafford, outplay Manchester United. Outmaneuver them, outwork them. Do you know what I mean? They've got more desire, more fight, more hunger. Manchester United, the players ain't got no hunger, no desire, no motivation. They're lacking in passion, no heart. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing, and it's painful to watch for the fans. This is not fair on the fans. Put Eric Ten Hag out of his misery. The guy is out of his depth. He's not going to be able to resolve this situation. He's not going to be able to rid of this cancer that's running through the club, that's dragging the club down, that's killing the club, man. Who has stopped to this? End it now. Man United travel to Portugal to play Porto in the Europa League. They're going to get battered at Porto. They're going to get battered at Porto. And then what? They go to Aston Villa at the weekend on Sunday. Aston Villa are going to batter them. We can see already what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Everyone, we've seen this script before. We've seen it with Mourinho, Joe, you know, with Oli. We've seen it. Van Gaal. We know how this story ends. We've been here before. In the last 10, 11 years, we've seen this story. We know how it ends, and it doesn't end well. That's why I don't understand Ineos and their faith on Ten Hag. Why is it that Ineos see that we can't see? Like, we've been here for years and seen the same bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ineos, do yourself a favor. Do the fans a favor. I know you're embarrassed because Ineos right now, yeah, they're thinking, you know what? We gave this guy an extension on his contract in the summer, yeah? We gave him a chance, yeah? When we should have really got rid of him. And I'm guilty of that. I'm one of those people that say, no, give Ten Hag another season. I'm guilty of that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sitting here, I have to eat humble pie. I have to admit that I was wrong about this manager. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people were saying, get rid of him, get rid of him. You know what? You're right. Do you know what I mean? Whether you're happy or you're unhappy, I don't know, but you was right. You was correct. Ineos, listen, don't worry about it. It is embarrassing for you. I get it. Yeah, this is my message to Ineos. I know it's embarrassing for you. I know you made a mistake in the summer. You gave Eric Ten Hag another chance. Do you know what I mean? You gave him another chance to try and build his team and get the team back into the top four. But guess what? It's not happening. We're 6 games in. Man United have 7 points. Yeah, they've won what? 3 games. That they've won 2 games and drawn 1. That is embarrassing for Manchester United. Manchester United have only beaten Fulham and Southampton. Drawn against Crystal Palace, battered by Liverpool, battered by Tottenham. It's not like Man United have had a hard start, a tough start. Nah. In fact, if you look at the likes of Arsenal, Newcastle, all these other teams, they've had way harder starts and they're way ahead of Man United. It just shows you that the level that this team, this club is at right now in this current moment, and it's embarrassing. Ineos, put Eric Ten Hag out of his misery and give this guy the sack. Give him his P45. Let him walk, man. What are you afraid of? There's nothing to lose here because the situation is only going to get worse and it's going to get even more toxic. It's going to get more toxic in the last 2 games. And I really think, yeah, Ineos right now, they're already planning his exit. Ruud van Nistelrooy is getting ready to take over the realms, yeah. Ruud van Nistelrooy, I'm telling you, after the international break, Ruud van Nistelrooy will be in charge of Manchester United on an interim basis. I just don't really understand it. This is all on the manager. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's all on the manager. This is his 3rd season. No style of play, no philosophy, no in-game management. Poor substitutions, yeah? Uninspiring, lack of motivation from the manager to implement, you know what I mean, to pass it on to the players. Like he doesn't motivate these players. It's clear. Eric Ten Hag does not motivate these players. They've had enough of him. They've absolutely had enough of him. And I've had enough of him. The fans have enough of Eric Ten Hag. And as painful as it is for the fans to watch and everything, but get rid of this manager, man. I know there's still section of the fan base that want him to stay. No, forget that. Get rid of the manager. Too late now. It's get rid of him. He's only going to get worse. Man United are 13th on the table after 6 games. Embarrassing. Top 4, forget it. Europa League, forget it. Conference League, forget it. If he continues like this, listen, relegation will be looming if they're not careful, mate. If they're not careful, relegation will be looming. I don't understand why they're keeping faith in this manager. Just get rid of him. It seems like the season's already over. Before it's even started, we're only 6 games in, and the season's over. How many more batterings do Man United have to take against Liverpool, against Man City, Brentford, you know, Aston Villa, Bournemouth have battered them. Like, how many batterings you have to take? How many more batterings and embarrassments that the club has to suffer before they realize that this manager is not the guy and he has to go? Come on, this is the time, man. It's Monday. The guy's still there. He's taking training. There's no point. It's useless taking training. Those players, I don't even know what they're doing in training because come match day, they don't do shit. So what the hell did they learn in training? What tactics did they work on? What game plan, what style of play did they implement in training? Because we're not seeing it when it comes to game day. We're not seeing it. We're seeing a bunch of individuals running around like headless chickens who don't know what the hell to do. Yeah, they've got no instructions, no leadership, no nothing. Players are just out there playing for themselves. There's no tactics or anything. There's no plan in place, nothing. Ange Postecoglou has been at Tottenham. This is his 2nd season. Style of play is there. Enzo Maresca at Chelsea. Style of play. The new Brighton manager, I forgot, the guy that's 31 years old. He's been there 2 minutes. Style of play. Man United, Eric Ten Hag, 3 seasons. No style of play. Over £600 million spent. Waste of money down the drain. Once again, a new manager has to come in and buy new players because the players that are there, the money spent on these players, absolutely waste of money. The players are rubbish and the club once again has to start again. How many more times do we have to start again? Ten Hag, listen. As Alan Sugar says it, man, you're sucks, man. Get the hell out of the club, man. Do you know what I mean? Ineos, show him, give him his P45, let him walk, man. Let's get our club back. Do you know what I mean? Let's get a new manager in. Do you know what I mean? Let's just start again from scratch. Rip it all up, start again, man. Even I've had enough, and I'm one of the calmest people in the world. Do you know what I mean? This is painful. It's like, do you know what I mean? You're suffering death with 1,000 cats, man. Slow, painful death, man. Just get rid of him. You know what I mean? End the misery. End it right now. Just end it right now. I've had enough. Everyone's had enough. End this bullshit right now and get this club back on track. Get a manager that can install a philosophy, a game style that the players can respect and implement in the game. Because right about now, with Eric Ten Hag, we ain't seen none of that. And I've had enough. The fans have had enough. Everyone's had enough. We're a joke. Everyone's laughing at the club. They're bantering the club to death. I'm seeing memes on social media, on YouTube. Everyone's taking a piss. And at a club of the size of Manchester United, that should not be the case. Real Madrid, they will not tolerate that. Barcelona will not tolerate that. Bayern Munich will not tolerate that. Man City will not tolerate that. Liverpool will not tolerate that. Inter Milan will not tolerate that. So why the hell are Manchester United, the biggest football brand in the world, tolerating mediocrity and crap? Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo. Listen, try to have a nice day, yeah? Don't let Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag, shameful performance against Tottenham piss you off and ruin your whole week. Cheer yourself up. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.